Hello, everyone. A little background for those of you just tuning in. Sam and I were experimenting with eating primarily just fruits and veggies during the month of July, kind of like a hybrid between a raw vegan diet and a medical medium 28-day cleanse. And we were curious to see how effective it was for improving our health and how hard it was to pull off. We are now 2 weeks out from finishing this cleanse diet, and we're checking in with each other to see how we're feeling after ending the diet and switching back to our regular diet, and what we have carried with us now that we've ended. So, Sam, what have you kept from what we were doing during the cleanse time? What do you still do today?
Yeah, the smoothie in the morning and then water. Yeah. And then smoothie.
Nice.
Some days I'll do the celery, but not every day. And then just like be more conscientious of like adding more fruits and vegetables throughout the day.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There was one day. So usually I typically do like the smoothie and the juice in the evening to make it easier in the morning. Like I'll make it the night before and I make it enough for like 2 days so I don't have to do it every night. But I noticed like one day before I went to go teach, like I didn't do it the night before because I was tired, and then I did not do it in the morning. So like I definitely have to do it the night before. And I was like, oh, this could be easy to like fall back into bad patterns, you know? Not bad patterns, but like not prepping.
Yeah, because you have to wake up early to go to work. So you have to be realistic with how much time you have, for sure. Yeah, I've done something similar. I've kept the morning routine, lemon water, celery juice, and the blueberry smoothie. But I have some days not been able to do the celery juice, and I've been kind of flexible with that. I've done it maybe 4 to 5 days out of the week so far, and that's okay. I think that's fine. And what have you added back to your diet? I'm curious if you have gone back to everything the way you were, or are you leaning more towards, I don't know, more things like you were saying, the Mediterranean diet, or just any other changes that you think may have been influenced by the cleanse diet?
Yeah, I definitely think I'm like more Mediterranean. I think a lot less dairy than I was before. Like I haven't really had that much cheese or like yogurt. I was having yogurt, every other morning. So I think a lot less dairy since we did the cleanse. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I actually feel similarly. I was doing already a fairly vegan diet before, but when I finished the cleanse, I was like, let me eat everything. I let myself have anything and everything I wanted. And literally one day we went out to eat and I was like, yeah, I want like the egg and cheese breakfast burrito. And I got it and I started eating it and I was like, oh, this is not what I expected. I'm not enjoying this very much. It's like my tastes had changed. And I really want to give myself that freedom that if I feel like eating eggs and cheese, fine. But I just don't really feel like it right now after having that recent experience. So we'll see how things go. Now, I am eating some fish and I am eating, like I said, some eggs and cheese if I want to, but otherwise it's what I was eating before, but more varied, because I realized I was kind of falling in a rut of eating the same thing over and over again. And having had such limited diet for a whole month, then I was really excited to try new things and expand my menu a little bit. So that's been really fun. Okay. What impact do you think that the diet had on your perception of food, how you perceive food, if any?
That's a good question. So I don't know if it's changed my perception of food. If anything, I think it's just made me like value a variety of different food. And made me appreciate like prepping more. Like I think I really was just like eating to survive versus like eating for enjoyment. Does that make sense? Like it was just like on the go, and I had to grab something because I was like starving, So I think it's like changed the way I make time for food.
Yeah, I really align with that because I also felt very grateful for the amount of food that I have when I came off of this diet. Because when you're on that diet, it's very strict and you feel like limited, you're limiting yourself. I felt that way at least. And when I came off the diet, I was like, oh my gosh, this food tastes so good. I'm so lucky to have all this food. This is amazing. And I just felt so appreciative and so much more interested in, like I was just saying, exploring new recipes and paying more attention to it again instead of just grabbing the same old pasta or the same old thing every night that I'd been doing. So that's kind of cool. It refreshed my perception of food and my enjoyment of it.
Same, yeah.
Okay, so what would you suggest to others who are trying this type of diet or something similar?
I think first talk to your doctor, right? Like, especially if you have health conditions. And then to not like be too hard on yourself. Like, it's supposed to be helpful, right? And I think like being stressed about being perfect is like way more damaging than like eating a piece of cheese. So I would just tell them to be kind, to like not go for perfection and to be curious, right? Like maybe you'll feel better, maybe you won't. Like I didn't feel any different without coffee, but I know other people who have said like, oh, I felt a lot less anxious when I stopped drinking coffee. So I think just being curious, because foods are going to, react differently to different people.
100%. I love that. I agree. If you were doing this or something similar, don't go into it with this mindset that you have to be perfect. Don't feel so guilty if you're starving one day and you have some nuts or you break it for, I don't know, somebody's birthday dinner or whatever. Like, because going forward, I would recommend to not necessarily do a whole month, but start with a day, a couple days, a week, something like that, and do something more gradual, even like a month where you just introduce the morning routine and just take it a little more gradually and be easy on yourself. Because in hindsight, or rather afterwards now, I'm realizing that yes, diet is important and I do feel better and I think it helped me, but I think stress and lack of sleep are equally, if not a bigger issue for me. So causing extra stress by your diet is not going to help you. So listening to your body, like you said, and just, trying it, being open to what you feel and also not being too hard on yourself. And that kind of leads into, you started to say, how are you feeling overall? Do you feel any different? Do you feel different after you finished? Like maybe you felt different when you were in the diet, but what about afterwards compared to before the whole thing? Did you notice any differences?
Yeah, it's just so hard to tell because it was the first time I had a month off since I was like 18. So I was like, is it the fact that I wasn't working and I was sleeping? Yeah. So it's hard for me to say if it was like the diet or not. I guess I would have to like do it again when I'm teaching in the like height of it. But yeah, I think it just made me realize like I need to prioritize myself more. And like make time to like meal prep and make time to rest and make time to take care of myself as like a long-term strategy to like be able to show up every day like as my best self. And that's gonna be tough because like already like one night I like stayed up late prepping. So I was like, no, I can't do this. Like, don't fall back into this. Like, you have to go to bed by 10 o'clock.
Yep.
So yeah, I think just like continuously reminding myself that like I have to sleep, which I know is not diet, but I think it goes hand in hand. Like if you're tired, you make poor choices. Like, yeah.
It's true. And it really is hard to fit everything in when you want to eat healthy, you want to work out, you want to get enough sleep, and you're still pursuing your career, your dreams, your whatever else you're doing in your life. And it's really, really hard to balance it all. But I've learned that if I listen to my body, when I'm really hungry and I'm just running around really quickly, I used to grab a piece of chocolate or some nuts. And now if I really listen to how I feel, I'm more likely to grab a banana or a couple grapes. It just feels lighter and it feels more refreshing to me. Sometimes I still grab some chocolate now, I'm not going to lie. But like sometimes it does take a lot of time to prep. But there are also ways to kind of just add this in really quickly and easily by just maybe switching up your snacks or having a few habits that are switched that maybe could make it go a little more smoothly. And I do feel more refreshed, but I agree it's a little hard to tell whether it's related to, hey, I got some sleep or I'm less stressed about all the things I have to do today or whatever. But I do think that it taught me a way to feel much more energized and refreshed throughout the day. and that I can go without caffeine, which actually makes me feel personally a lot more balanced. So I do think that it taught me that I can do that and I can feel a lot better. It is hard to tell long term what the effects are, but I think overall it was good and beneficial and taught me good lessons.
Oh, same. And I'm happy that I can still drink coffee. I was nervous like that I was going to feel better. And I was like, no, I'm just sad. So
yeah, absolutely. So do you have any last thoughts? I know we covered a lot just now already, but is there anything else you would want to emphasize or just share that kind of comes to mind when you think overall about your experience doing this diet?
I can definitely eat a lot more vegetables and fruits than I thought I could. And I think it's better, right? Like fiber-wise. Yeah, so that was really helpful. Yay, fiber.
Yay, fiber. Fully agreed. And I would say what I learned is I really can listen to my body better and not always just be putting restrictions. Like I can eat this, I can't eat this, I should eat this, I shouldn't eat this, but really try to listen to myself. And that is probably the healthiest for me. And that ends up resulting in a whole foods diet. So I really don't crave a lot of processed and sugary foods. I crave different whole healthy foods. And that's great and that's healthy, but I don't want to limit what those healthy foods are. I just want to go with what I feel like eating. And yeah, that's, I think, the huge takeaway I got from it, which is I love it. I think it's really beneficial.
Yeah.
So we've reached the end of our journey. This has been really fun. And I've learned a lot more than I expected about, in general, this diet and about myself. And thank you so much for joining me and doing this with me. And I would love to kind of keep in touch about the future. Maybe we can plan other diets or other things with other people that could be that could benefit from what we've experienced here.
No, definitely. And I'll keep listening too. I love hearing your other guests. So thank you so much for inviting me along. It was helpful.
Awesome.